Ton of time, escapes, goes to the end zone. It's Williams there, and he makes the grab.
Oh, my goodness.
Darrell Williams.
So, of course, you're going to take a running back and just throw up a prayer and expect him to make a play like that? Are you kidding me?
Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth with the call. And some of the descriptor words there by Collinsworth. Incredible. Are you kidding me? We haven't heard those when describing the Chiefs' attack in a while. But it was back on Sunday Night Football from Vegas. A 41-14 win for the Chiefs, who outscore their division rival 24-7 in the second half, 14 zilch in the fourth quarter. And Patrick Mahomes threw it 50 times, and he translated those 50 throws into 406 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. Mark, this is the Chiefs offense that everyone was waiting for. It has returned, and at the expense of a Raiders team that is now reeling.
I think we'll find out if it's fully returned, but I saw a Raiders defense tonight that could not take advantage of a number of rather reckless throws from Patrick Mahomes downfield as well. And the Raiders simply no-showed in the first half. And I do trust that with Patrick Mahomes, this is who he is. Like the whole, like, he's in the slump, he's not the same person. Should you be taking chances like this? That always felt a little bizarre to me. But do you trust, Greg, that this offense is fixed based off of this game? I just think the Raiders are missing pieces and parts.
I mean, you don't throw away the whole rest of the season. Just as annoying as people saying, like, oh, the Chiefs aren't coming back from this, is the people that are pointing to one game and say, like, they're back. How many times do we need to watch an NFL season to learn there's going to be, like, ebbs and flows and all that? But I never got the idea that changing who Patrick Mahomes was as a player is some sort of solution. And, yeah, like, the turnover luck turns his way tonight, but this was like an amazing performance by them, too. Kelsey was feeling himself early. Them throwing short to Tyreek Hill was working great. The play calls were great. You know, Damian Williams has a game, like, for him to remember. And I think more importantly than all this is that Chiefs' defensive resurgence over the last month seems pretty real. Like, Chris Jones was living out there tonight. Tyrann Mathieu shuts down Darren Waller. And that's a solid month now of the Chiefs' defense being good. Good enough.
Yeah, look out. That's what I'll say. I'm buying in, and I know they've had, even this season, they've had big weeks, and then you think they're out of it, and then they go back into a funk. All right, could happen again, but I think about tonight in the immediate moments after it's over, and I'm saying to myself, okay, they're going to run away with this division now. They are atop the AFC West. And you look at the rest of the division, the Raiders look a hell of a lot like the Raiders of the last couple of years under John Gruden now, where they get you kind of sucked in, myself included, and they start to fade, and there's some different factors clouding their situation this year, but it's more of the same. They're now a 5-4 team. The Chargers look like, to me, a potential pretender. They're 5-4. The Broncos, they showed who they were today, even after that great win in Dallas. So that division is there for the taking, and the Chiefs, there is a very real chance that they've gone through their ugly period and they're about to start rolling. And if you can now combine, Greg, this offense out of a slump and performing again at an elite level with a defense that's improving, that's won Super Bowls for them in the past.
They picked the right year to go through a prolonged slump. I mean, because they've come out of this, to your point, in amazing shape. Like, okay, Tennessee's a couple games up in the loss column. It's going to be tough to get the 1 seed. Other than that, it's all right there in front of them, and you look at their opponents and you look at the rest of the division, nothing seems unbeatable. I do think this night was different, though, Mark. Not just like that, okay, Damian Williams outguns Abram for that touchdown, and they make a couple big plays. But, like, the ball was coming out on time. Mahomes was pretty decisive in what he was doing. It didn't feel fluky. They had a good game plan for an opponent that they know well, and they destroyed him on both sides. It was bad. It was pretty complete to have that kind of night.
Yeah, and I think the Raiders, they're trying to climb back into the game. They came out with a really nice opening drive to the second half, but then you get into the scenario where Deshaun Jackson makes his first catch as a Raider. It's a 40-yarder to the Kansas City 17. He then fumbles it in a very strange sort of loop-de-loop move where
the game changed on that
play. It
play.
changed, and then on the next possession, Carr threw a prayer downfield, and it's picked off by Daniel Sorensen, who's been victimized for months straight here. So I think they had a chance to climb back in. They are missing pieces on offense, and they're not the equal of the Chiefs tonight. And the Chiefs, I thought I was saying, on Friday, will they come out looking a little bit different? And they did early on, the way they moved the ball with passes behind the line of scrimmage tonight that the Raiders, to deactivate some of the Las Vegas pass rush, and then they start throwing it deep. So the antidote arrived.
I wish people could have heard Dan, though, in the film room on that touchdown throw that we just heard.
Damian Williams one, yeah.
Yeah, to start this broadcast. And it's 4th down. They had just gotten the fake punt. Nice job there by Townsend. Nice job by Dave Taub. Legendary special teams.
Taubhead.
16 years. In the last 16 years, Dan, he's had a top 5 special teams DVOA 13 out of 16 times. Number 1 this year.
I need to study up on my Taub.
We were talking top. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah. And Dan, when it's 4th down and the play says, we need a highlight. Need a highlight on this play. Need a highlight. And then there it's up in the air, and he gets it, and he gets a touchdown, and the play's going crazy.
There's the highlight, and we got it. And, a little peek behind the curtain. Should also know that a few minutes after that, Chris Rose rolled up to the back row of the theater and had a really nice conversation with Mark about the Browns. Mark was fully engaged, I thought, Greg. And that, it did make me think. I pondered it because coming off a win, Mark sometimes likes to depress his feelings, keep them inside. But a loss, he's more open. So it's almost like with Cleveland fans, it is the losing ultimately that brings you together.
Yeah, I mean, just to be real, that's the second great conversation that we had. Or I would say in-depth convo, because earlier in the day you stopped by our cubes before you were there, Dan, and I thought I couldn't have been more, welcome and open-armed to discussing the day's events with Chris
It was good to see you guys get back together. I was wondering, watching that interaction, have you taken, Mark, lessons from Derek Carr? Because, he's talked a lot about forgiveness and being there for people, and it seems like maybe it was Chris Rose that was doing the forgiving. I don't know, but you seem to open your heart and
I mean,
and
I
let
think
him back
even
in.
on last Tuesday's show with his voicemail, I could have found a couple things if I wanted to be annoyed with, and
he made another mustache reference.
Yeah, and it's I'm not claiming that I have some sort of Burt Reynolds facial hair scenario going on. It's the opposite of that. I understand that, but he's pointed it out multiple times, and that's fine.
When it happens again, it seems like that's an issue you might have to rectify with him privately. So we're not out of the woods yet. But back to the Raiders, I'd be very, very nervous if I'm a Raiders fan. It does feel like it's trending downward. And Derek Carr, Greg, I know you've been out front on the Derek Carr resurgence bandwagon. You've had him high up in your QB index all year. But he made some throws in this game, arm punts. He got away with one. He got picked off on another. It just looked like a quarterback trying to do too much as the season starts to crumble. And that's very familiar if you've been following this team the last few years.
And familiar if you watched them last week, too. So that part concerns me coming out of the bye. That second half against the Giants was similar to the second half of this game where he just started going for it. That said, it's like he goes 25 for 35, 261, 2. And it didn't feel like it was on Derek Carr. Everyone
wasn't on him, but
right.
Once the strain.
Once it started going bad, he got very desperate. But the good things that the Raiders had been doing all seemed to go away. Their pass rush, their run game, all of it.
I do want to see this.
Yes.
Kansas City versus Dallas next week. Before I know what's going to happen this week, we're already there, and I'll just cling on to the train and run behind it. But it's like, yes, the Chiefs are back. Everything's back to normal. Let's just see.
Why do things upset you so much?
No, because it's because it's such
but
a
why,
week-to-week league.
But why are you saying you need to cling on to the train and run behind it?
Because
you're not.
It's too
stand
tiresome.
in front of it.
It's too tiresome to stand in front of a train.
But then
a narrative train.
Is this why you're chaotic neutral? Then say I am not on board with the Chiefs' resurgence yet. I don't think we should take too much from this game. I need to see it next week.
Because I think that the thing is, they probably were never even close to as junky as we thought.
Oh, they were pretty junky.
In terms of their final destination. And they aren't what we saw tonight going forward without interruption. They're just something in the middle. And
I'm just saying, they were pretty junky.
Ooh, Cowboys-Chiefs, though? Is that a CBS game? Give it to me.
You.
Romo, sign me up.
Who's got the first-round pick in the draft next week? It might be the Zeus.
I'm last.
Final stats here. KC, 516 total yards to 299 for the Raiders. Turnovers. KC just had one, which is a big improvement for them this season. They dominated time of possession over 35 minutes and 29 to 15 first downs. Almost doubled them up first down on the road. That right there, Greg Rosenthal, is a statement win by the Chiefs, who said the division is still ours. And guess what? I know we lose the tiebreaker to the Titans and the Bills head-to-head, but do not count us out from getting red hot. I'm all in on the Chiefs. Make me look dumb next week.
Now you're all in.
Make me look dumb.
Okay. It's a Fox game. Don't hate that either. Love all the Troy Aikman in my life.
All right.
And so that'll be a good one.
Greg is getting on. I've been pro Troy Aikman for so long. And
you don't
Greg,
like him on your
more
corner.
territory that Greg is attempting to arrest. He did it on our Friday show as his final thought was some sort of glowing 20-second Troy Aikman thing, and it's like it bothers me a lot.
It's been like a growing appreciation. It's really the Thursday night football thing. You get him twice a week, but Thursday night I'm able to just sit back, enjoy, watch the game, and he's great.
Let's also call out that there's a growing distance between you and Tony Romo and your belief in his commentating.
You're filling in a void, Greg.
There could be something there. I don't think it's been his best season.
All right. There you go. That is the Sunday of Week 10. We keep rolling. We'll be back on Tuesday with our latest episode of the Around the NFL podcast, so check that out. The wheel keeps turning. Ricky, do you have any thoughts before we say goodbye?
No, you guys did a great show.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Good job.
And you did really nice work behind the glass, I thought.
Thanks.
All this love.
Stellar.
What a great night.
All right, let's go home. Succession night. And so that's what Daddy and Mommy do together. Put the kids to bed.
It's not all they do together.
Wait a second.
That's all you can know about it.
All right, enough of that. Till Tuesday. Heed the call.